All right, guys, we are up here in Easton, Connecticut, at the Union Cemetery with one of my sons,
Yep.
Kyle, in over here.
Yep.
Are you on camera?
Yeah.
All right, and we are gonna go check out this very, very old cemetery that was, I believe, established in 1760. And we'll show you some of the headstones, tombstones. Supposedly, it is one of the most haunted places in Connecticut. I don't think that we're going to see anything like that today during the middle of the day. But let's check out some of the territory. It is. Here's one video. Here's one headstone that we just came across right at the beginning of the Union Cemetery. And look what it's written on there. It says, "In memory of Deborah Wheeler," and it goes, "who ended this mortal life, 1846. Supposedly there's some headstones in here going back to the 1770s. Here's one of the headstones that is starting to tilt over, as you can see. And there's a good number of headstones that have fallen down. A perfect example is one over here where obviously it stood up and now it fell down into pieces and it's now become part of the ground. This is a fairly new headstone from 2011. I didn't think that there were going to be any more people buried here, but that's one of the newest headstones that we found so far. Speaking of new headstones, this person passed away just 4 years ago in 2020. So there are people still being buried at this very old Union Cemetery up in Easton, Connecticut. Found some headstones with an American flag and firefighters' flags. Supposedly there's a good number of firefighters that have been buried here, because I see these orange and yellow flags. That's the second one. And then there's one down over here, third one, with this firefighter symbol on it. Found a headstone with no date on it. Thomas P. Favreau. But there's no date of birth or death on this stone. Kind of interesting to see one of these headstones, how basic and simple it is, but look at how detailed they go. Died June 16th, 1886, and it goes 49 years, 1 month, and 11 days. You really don't see that on today's headstones. It just gives date of birth and date of death. So, something interesting to see. Here's an interesting one. This is a stone that fell down, and again, it's very specific about how many months this person passed away. 22 years, 10 months, 1870. Found one headstone over here that has the Freemason symbol, the compass and the ruler. Also happens to be another firefighter, so there's a lot of firefighters that have been buried up here. This one is the headstone of Jennings. Good number of these headstones, again, just like tilting from the ground. Look at that on that angle. And then a good number that have just completely fallen over. Can't even read some of the names on some of these. Some more other ones that broke off. just lying on the ground here. A lot of them in total disrepair, broken off. This supposedly might be the headstone of what they claim to be the lady in white, or the white lady who haunts this cemetery late at night, wearing like a white dress and veil. Not 100% sure, but I have seen some videos where people sometimes leave like offerings here. Don't see anything like that today, but anyway, I just thought I'd do a little video of this. And I've been noticing a few strange things up here. Is that when I go to press my video, the time counter either doesn't work, and then in a few instances already is my video automatically just starts recording, but I haven't even pressed the recording button. So a few strange things have already happened here. Found another Freemason tombstone, fairly recent one. Passed away in 2014, Carlson, with the compass and the square. I think this one is the oldest tombstone that Colin and I found so far, going back to 1803. So I'll read as best as I can. In memory of Thomas J. Lerney, son of Mr. David and Mrs. Bartoline Turney, died November 1st, 1805 or 03, I think, in the 19th year of his age. Very old headstone right there. Just found an older headstone just a few feet down from the previous one. 1799 right on there. So I believe this cemetery was established around the 1760s. My son Colin just spotted this one. This is now the oldest one we've seen so far. 1773. Good spotting this one, Colin. This is before 1776. Wow. A lot of these people that are buried here at Union Cemetery obviously fought in the Civil War up here in the north versus the South Confederates. Colin just found another old one just a few feet away from the other one, 1768. Read this one off, Colin. What does that one say on there?
Here lies body of Miss Mary Bennett, wife to Lieutenant Isaac Bennett. She was born June 10th, 1708, and died July 5th, 1768, age 60 years.
Wow, that is a real old one right there. Colin just found a much even older one, which makes sense because we're so close to the actual church. It's from 1763, and if you notice near the top here, it has the skull design. Colin, what's this one here? Read this one off from 1763. What does that one say? This one is actually pretty well preserved.
Here lies buried the body of Mr. Ephraim Sale, who departed this life June the 8th, 1763, in the 29th year of his age.
Found another one Colin spotted, 1761. Got the same skeleton design or skull. Colin, read that one off.
Here
what does
lies
that one
buried
say?
the body of Mr. Ebenezer Hubble, who departed this life March the 6th, 1761, in the 4th year of his life.
Found another old headstone. This one dates back to 1773, but instead of having the skull and crossbones on it, this one has an angel design on the front and still very well preserved. despite how old it is. 1773. Nathaniel Lyon. So Colin and I, here's my boy, we're gonna head over. What is behind us is the church and check that out. But very old cemetery, built around 1760. Oldest headstone that we discovered so far is from 1763. Predates 1776 independence. A lot of these tombstones, I imagine, are Civil War soldiers that fought for the Union up here in the north of Connecticut. And I also noticed a lot of firefighters and some Freemasons that have been buried here. We're gonna go check out the church and see if there's anything interesting there. We're at the site of the church, and I'm gonna show you the back of it and the front. We're at the back of the Black Rock Church in Easton, Connecticut, where the Union Cemetery is right across the street. And this is a ditch I noticed in someone else's YouTube video that's in the back of the church right here. Don't know what really this ditch is for, but I thought I'd get this on video before we leave this place. I'm going to finish off this video by showing the front of the church. Here's the side of the church, and then we're gonna head back home. But what was the name of this? Was it called Black Rock Church?
Yeah.
So let's get a good video of the signage. Black Rock Church up here in Easton, Connecticut. Thanks for watching our video, guys. Appreciate it. Here's a video of the full front of the Black Rock Church up here in Easton, Connecticut, which over on this side over here is the Union Cemetery that Colin, my son over here, and I just walked through most of it, and no signs of any ghosts or hauntings, but we're definitely not going to come back here in the middle of the night. In fact, I believe that the cemetery closes at 6 p.m. and I don't want to get arrested for trespassing. Neither does my son Colin, so that would not be good. So during the day, we have not seen the lady in white or the white lady, and we haven't seen the other one with the red eyes peering from headstones. But who knows, maybe at night you might see something like that. But up here during the day, it seems quiet and very peaceful. But I did notice, like I said, two weird anomalies with my cell phone, and I can't really explain why my video counter did not show up, and also when my cell phone started to record, even though I did not press the record button. So two little strange anomalies, but other than that, a very quiet and peaceful cemetery. Unfortunately, I think a lot of it is run down. A lot of the headstones have been turned over, flipped over, a lot of them cracked in disrepair. But there are still families buried here, and one as recent that I saw 4 years ago, 2020. So I appreciate you watching our video, guys. Thanks so much.